it's time for I Feel Petty / Sanity Corner, and it's just me and you, so I think I'm going to go first to let you close the show out.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
So, currently in New York, the Trump children are testifying against their dad. The Trump children that Donald Trump likes. So the ones that were born to Ivana. The other ones Donald Trump doesn't seem to care for as much, are the ones we know about.
They're sort of like the backbenchers, you know?
But the front benchers, the starting three, are all going to be testifying in Donald Trump's civil trial in New York State, which is looking real bad for him and his business. But, it was reminding me, thinking about the fact that Ivanka's going to be on the stand next week, Eric is going to be on the stand this week, and Don Jr. may be on the stand as we speak. I really would like to start the process of getting a Veneer intervention going for people in Trump world. The Veneers on the right wing are out of control.
They're cheap chiclets.
They are way too big for people's mouths. They are way too white for people's mouths. Mm-hmm. They make it more difficult for people to talk. It's distracting to watch. Well, Tiffany Trump is not involved in her dad's business, so she's not even, I don't know where she is. I hope she's doing something nice. I hope she's maybe getting her veneers size down because they are way too big. If you watch Fox News, it is distracting. The chiclet teeth on people where it's like, your teeth should not be that big. If you were a wild animal, it would be adverse to your survival to have teeth that were that unwieldy in your mouth, that it made it difficult for you to talk. Celebrities are not exempt from this, but I think the worst offenders are people whose aestheticians, beauticians, cosmetic dentists don't like them enough to be like, hey, this is what you're asking for is too much. No, Ivanka even has bad veneers. They are too big for her mouth. Guys, you got to stop doing this. Somebody is going to find your skeleton 1,000 years in the future and be like,
those teeth are still going to be vibrant white.
They're going to be exactly the same. And people in the future are going to be like, these people, it's going to be a mystery. It's going to be a mystery.
Erin, I'm obsessed now.
You're picking at your teeth?
Yeah. I couldn't imagine having teeth too big for my mouth in my mouth. I feel like it would be so distracting.
Well, like, have you ever worn those like fake vampire teeth?
Yeah, of course. That's exactly what I was just thinking about, as a matter of fact.
A retainer, like one of those like Invisalign retainers where you can just like, you're aware of the volume of your teeth being like too big and like spit gathering. And don't do it. You guys got to stop doing it. It looks weird. It looks funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't look cool.
Stop buying veneers. Stop buying fur coats.
Yeah, it doesn't look cool. Did I tell you I saw Rebecca Mercer one time?
No.
At the Whole Foods at 59th Columbus Circle?
No.
She was wearing a floor-length fur coat, and she had an assistant. Yes, in Whole Foods. She was wearing a floor-length fur coat. She had an assistant that was like holding fish for her. It was very weird.
That is so fucking weird.
Yeah, it was real weird. Anyway, okay, Alyssa, Sanity Corner or I Feel Petty?
Erin, I have a Sanity Corner, and I have to tell you, I enjoyed this so much. So the other day, I had a doctor's appointment, which is not far from Central Park. Took a little walk over. And I was watching all the squirrels. Squirrels running around, squirrels with nuts, squirrels burying nuts. And I thought to myself, how do the squirrels ever find their nuts? Like, they are presumably... Erin, prepare yourself for this. I was like, these guys are just fucking running around. I wouldn't remember where I buried all of my nuts. So Erin, and I want to cite my source here, which is the Smithsonian Science Education Center. So I didn't make this shit up. I didn't get it off of TikTok, okay? Erin, squirrels lose their fucking nuts. There is rampant theft in the eastern gray squirrel community because guess what? They all go so nut that they can't find their nuts. And so they're digging up each other's nuts. And it is estimated squirrels can lose as much as 25% of their hidden nuts to such thieves. They have developed clever tactics to protect their nuts, including creating false caches where they have protected their nuts under like thick leaves and stuff. But wait, it gets better. So I thought to myself, well, like they're burying nuts, but they lose some nuts and then they have like nut thieves. So like what happens to the nuts they never find? Erin, do you know that because squirrels lose so many nuts, it is why we have oak tree forests? because they have buried their nuts and they become trees.
Oh my God.
Isn't that the best ever? There's even a study done at the University of Richmond cites that squirrels fail to recover up to 74% of the nuts they bury. This misplacing so many acorns, the seeds, which are the seeds of oak trees, the study find, is likely responsible for oak forest regeneration.
Oh.
Isn't that hilarious?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I guess like thank you, squirrels, for being kind of stupid.
Squirrels.
Everybody, look, that's a good lesson. It doesn't matter how forgetful you are or how like absent-minded or, if you feel like you don't have a skill set that is the best or the smartest or the fastest, you have a role to play in the world. And your role might be to regenerate the oak forests,
Yes. And as Smithsonian closes out, they say, quote, what seemed like an innocuous scavenger hunt is actually part of an infinitely intricate ecosystem in the forests.
I love that for the squirrels.
I enjoyed it. I felt it for you. It's like squirrels and crows. They're your people.
Squirrels I've learned to keep my distance from because they get real grabby hands if you give them.
Because they lost their nuts.
Yeah, if you give them anything, they're like, they would like come to our front door on our porch and stand there, and they weren't afraid of people.